being insanely productive is something that we all want to be able to achieve in life, but it is one of the most difficult things to achieve. Hi guys, it's JT here and I've got another fantastic video for you. In today's video, I want to explain to you 3 areas on how I became insanely productive. And if you master these 3 areas, you will become insanely productive too. Right, before I move on, if you don't know who I am, well, I'll introduce my name. My name's JT and my channel and my videos are all about bringing leadership principles to your life to aid in your personal development, to have a positive impact in your life. That's essentially all I want to do. So if you're interested in anything like that in your own personal development, then please check out my channel, hit subscribe and check out the rest of the videos. Right, now before I go on to the next part, I don't want this to sound like I'm bragging. I want to show you examples, real life examples. I'm not just regurgitating some stuff I've seen on other people's videos here. No, this is real life examples of myself and how I became insanely productive. In 2018, right, I went from a place of really having no productivity to being insanely productive. Before that, I was just, playing video games. I wasn't really doing what I wanted. I wasn't working towards my goals or my dreams. But then, once I mastered the 3 areas that I'm going to share with you today, so you want to stick around because these 3 areas are essential. I went on to complete a master's degree, get a promotion, get married, buy a house, train as a coach, coach people, fail a business, start a business, write a book, start a blog, start a YouTube channel, start a whole host of social media accounts, went to multiple seminars, went on 3 holidays. And that's just to name some of the things that I did. And that's not me bragging, that's to show you what I was able to do when I mastered these 3 areas. So now, I'm not gonna drag this on anymore and just, fill the time with nonsense. I want to get into the 3 areas. So the first of the 3 areas, this is mastering your willpower. Right? And if you don't know what willpower is essentially understanding your purpose, why you're doing what you're doing. As I said earlier in my story, I was one of those people who I thought, yeah, you know what, I want to do this, but then the Xbox was there. And I would pick up the controller first, and that is where I would always go to. That was stopping me from doing what I wanted to do. I had to ask myself some tough questions. And I'm going to put these questions in the comment section below, so you can ask yourself them too. Don't have to write them down. I was asking questions like, if I look at my life, is this the life I want to lead? Am I enjoying what I want? Am I living for my dream? I've got some more questions here. Is this how I want my future family position to look like if I continue doing what I'm doing? I mean, these are some tough questions. And the answer to all of those was no. So I had to change something. And what I did is I went on a seminar which helped me discover my own purpose. And that purpose was my willpower. The willpower is your driving force. So whenever you're faced with a decision, right, you know what is going to push you towards your goal and your dream. That is your willpower, your driving force. I might make another video on this, but literally every moment in your life is based upon decisions. You are standing at a fork at every single moment in your life, your day, your months, your years, and you have to decide whether you're going to live towards your dream and your future or not. So you've got a choice, and that is it. Once you've mastered your willpower, once you discover your purpose and your driving force, that is mastering the first step of becoming insanely productive. Because whenever you sit down and think, am I going to work towards my dream or not? Your willpower, your driving force, your purpose guides you in the right direction. So guys, if you are enjoying the video so far and you're going to take in some value and content away from this that you can go and apply into your life, your personal development, like I was saying, please hit the subscribe button, drop me a comment, let me know that you like this video and this type of content, because it really helps me. And then share it. Sharing this video helps support me and makes me be able to do this full time. And I really want to do this full time and continue to share the knowledge with you that I've developed over the last 10 plus years. Okay, now I'm going to move on to number 2. This is mastering your emotions. Why is your emotions so important? Basically, remember, I'm going back to the fork in the road. Every decision that you make, you're making a decision, right? You're going to go towards your dream or away from your dream. That is it. Every single decision. There's no really grey area. You're working towards your goals, you're working towards your future, towards building relationships, towards your building better connections with people, building greater wealth, or you're not. And that is what you're doing in every situation. And often when we're faced with tough decisions, the logical part of our mind gets overtaken by the irrational and emotional part of our mind, which then drives our decision making. And that is a tough place to be. I'm going to put a link up here for effective leadership principles, which is decision making. And that is something that a video you definitely want to watch. It will help show you how to make better decisions in your life. Because when you can master your emotions, when you're faced with those tough decisions, you're able to remove the emotion out of the decision. And I'm not saying can be completely emotionless, no. What I'm trying to say is that when you're faced with that tough decision, thinking, oh, you know what, I'm not really feeling it today, maybe I'll just, just laze around, I'll just watch a bit of TV. That's your emotion talking. Well, if you can remove that and say, actually, you know what, I'm going to work a little bit towards my goal. I'm going to do an hour today. I know I'm feeling tired, but I'm going to do an hour. So whether your dream is to build a business, you work an hour on your business. It's building a blog, you write a blog for an hour. Whether it's deepening and strengthening your relationship, you work on your relationship, do something for an hour. That is the difference between having the ability to master your emotions and not. Because if you're not, you're just going to keep going the other way. And then the last one, mastering your time. And this was probably the most important part of how I became insanely productive. I managed to master my time. I adapted and said, okay, what do I want versus what do I need to do? And that was able to make me master time. There's a host of other skills, which I'm not going to share in this video. I actually have a course coming up very soon on how to master your emotions, how to master your time, and specifically time. I break down the steps. Very simple, but very difficult to do. But once you can master your time and use certain techniques, here's a great tip for you, the time boxing technique. So time boxing is a technique where you take a slot of time in your day and you allocate it to doing a task, and you only do that task. You put your phone away. If you're on your laptop, you put it on airplane mode and just do what you're doing. If you're doing social media, you just focus on social media. If you're spending time with your family, you just spend time with your family. You will find that you will create so much time in your life just by using a simple technique like that. I'm not going to go into loads more techniques here, and maybe in the future I will, but that alone was probably one of the most important aspects of all three of these key elements to becoming insanely productive. So there you go. You've got number 1, which is mastering your willpower. Number 2, this is mastering your emotions. And then number 3, this is mastering your time. These 3 together allows you to face those tough decisions and keep working towards your goals and your dreams. And okay, I guess it. Sometimes you're just not in the right mind frame for it. I've been there. Like I said in 2018 when I started my blog, when I discovered my drive and my purpose, which was my willpower, the way I could share my positive message so bringing leadership to your life, to aid your personal development, to make a positive impact in your life, that was my driving purpose. I started a blog, I started a YouTube channel, and that was it. So I always said, okay, well, if I've got a bit of, my drive is this, I'm not feeling up to it, but you know what, I'm going to write a blog and I'm going to create a little bit of time using time boxing, so 45 minutes or an hour, I'm going to write a blog and get it out there. And by these 3 things, I'm able to serve my purpose. And putting those 3 together, in particular emotions, it allowed me to maintain flow, peak state, high energy, all these great things that allow you to keep pushing forward towards your dream and your goal. So there you have it. Those are 3 areas which helped me become insanely productive. And if you do the same, you will become insanely productive too. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed this content. If you have, please hit subscribe, hit the like button, drop me a comment, let me know that you like this content so I can make more of it. And also, as you know, supporting YouTubers and supporting people making videos on YouTube that brings you real value and real content that you can apply to your life, enables me to, if you support me and subscribe, it allows me to do this full time. Guys, thank you very much for listening. This is JT signing out.